This is Kathy Biehl of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro-Insight for the week of June 30th, 2025. The week resounds with revelations, with breakthroughs, with startling information that came to light, that comes to light at the very end of June, and sits and sits and sits until we hit the activity of this week, which all happens on the weekend. The bulk of the week is playing out, coming to grips with, processing, talking about, thinking about, spinning, whatever comes out, came out at the end of June. And this builds to fireworks on the 4th. The only big aspects of the week occur over what is supposed to be a long holiday weekend. And the first big aspect possibly will make itself known the day before on July 3rd. And here's the framework. Until Uranus enters Gemini in early July, every time a planet changes signs, it contacts Uranus, which is parked at the very last degree of Taurus. Something blows up, something shakes up, something blows open, and very possibly it will connect to Uranus's entire time in the sign of Taurus, which has been since 2018. Taurus is the sign of resources, of food, of money, of the banking system, of values. And on the 4th, Venus, ruler of money and relationships and values, meets with Uranus at the very last degree of Taurus. I would watch the news for the 3rd, for monetary news breaking, for budget news breaking. But in our lives, because the rest of us are living this out, there will be some huge plot twist in a personal relationship, in your own money, in your own values. If you have something at the very latest degree of a fixed sign, this is going to be especially impactful on you. Oh, baby boomers from 1956 and 57, you guys are getting awakened. And this goes for you too if you're born in 1995, among others. Now, this is not something to fear. It will ultimately open up a whole bunch of opportunities and options, because Venus immediately after this explosion occurs moves into Gemini, where she is in let's be friends mode. It's pal around with people mode. It's let's do many, many things. Let's juggle this. Let's juggle that. Let's be lighthearted. Let's have fun. Let's, maybe even run away from our problems. That won't last too long, because by the 6th, Venus makes an opportunity aspect to stabilizing Saturn and inspirational Neptune. Going back to the framework again, every time a planet changes signs between now and the beginning of September, it's going to immediately contact Saturn and then Neptune at the beginning of Aries. Venus's sextile to Saturn and Neptune is an opening to bringing contours to something in your life. It could be grounding. So even though Venus in Gemini likes to go all over the place and have a whole lot of fun, there could be a big dose of wisdom and guidance that comes into this. There could very well be women, plural, because Gemini is duality, often more than one, women coming to the fore who are bold spiritual warriors. Somebody's speaking up. Maybe you could be one of these. As this all goes on, Neptune stations retrograde. That happens on the 4th. Now, outer planets station retrograde, outer planets go retrograde. Every year, Neptune is going to very slowly creep back through the beginning degrees of Aries. And in October, it's going to slide back into Pisces and sit at the very last degree of the zodiac for a few months. We are beginning the review of what it has meant for Neptune to be in Aries since March 30th. Neptune being retrograde, just barely retrograde, when Venus makes this opportunity aspect to it, could bring inspirational women from the past back into prominence, which could be people in your own life. It could be on the bigger collective scene. It could be both. Just be aware this week if the first part of the week seems uncharacteristically quiet. It's not. Something's building. There may be something in your life that you are preparing to let go of, preparing to say goodbye to, preparing to jettison. And you will have so many more options after that happens. So don't fear it. It's going to be really, really interesting. As always, practice situational awareness. Since this is a volatile aspect with a big piece of unpredictability, who knows what could happen? Just keep aware of your surroundings and make choices about where it is you want to be and who you actually want to be spending time with on the 4th. Homing thought of the week. Show me how this benefits me. Song of the week, Let It Go from Frozen. And the image of the week is fireworks. I have a 54-minute talk on Saturn and Neptune throughout history that explores what has happened when each of them has been in the sign of Aries and when the two have been conjunct. Spoilers, habeas corpus, immigration, slavery, women's rights, Russia, and you can get it at my site for only $20. You'll learn more about this in my forecast for the month of July, which is up at my site, empowermentunlimited.net, where you can sign up for my mailing list and book a session with me. I'm Kathy Biehl, a professional astrologer with more than 35 years experience. I have lots of bonus content at patreon.com/Kathy Biehl, and I'm really grateful to the people who support my work there. I host the show Celestial Compass on Om Times Radio and TV on the first and third Monday of every month at 5 p.m. Eastern. I also host lively conversation on Facebook on the page Empowerment Unlimited and in the group the Astro-Insight Lounge. I post on Blue Sky, Instagram, and Threads at K.A. Biehl and on YouTube at the Professional Aquarian channel. Talk to you next week.